Welcome back to my YouTube channel, where today we are going to explore one of the most fascinating and extraordinary coins in the history of numismatics, the 1981 D1 cent coin, a seemingly humble penny that has skyrocketed in value to an astonishing $612 million, primarily because of its unique errors, mistakes, and the exceedingly rare characteristics it possesses, all of which have combined to make it one of the most sought-after and valuable coins in existence. This coin, minted at the Denver Mint in 1981, is not notable simply because it is an old penny. Rather, its worth is derived from a complex amalgamation of minting anomalies that occurred during its production, resulting in a coin that is strikingly different from the millions of pennies that had circulated freely across the United States during the early 1980s. Typically, pennies from this era are abundant and of little monetary value beyond face value or a few cents to collectors depending on condition, but this particular 1981 D cent has achieved legendary status due to its confluence of errors and the rarity of these mistakes being present simultaneously on a single coin. At the heart of its immense value lies a striking double die error, which is perhaps one of the most captivating and dramatic errors in coin minting. A double die error occurs when the die used to strike the coin is created with an alignment error during the hubbing process, causing the design elements to be impressed twice, slightly offset from one another. For the 1981 D cent, this doubling is extraordinarily pronounced on the obverse side, particularly evident in the lettering of Liberty, the date, 1981, and the phrase, "In God We Trust," as well as certain facial features of Abraham Lincoln's profile. This pronounced doubling creates a visually stunning effect that is unmistakable to collectors and experts in the field and greatly enhances the coin's visual appeal and collectability. The presence of such a double die error alone can drive a coin's value into the thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars, but what makes this 1981 D cent exceptional is that it is accompanied by several additional rare minting mistakes, which together compound the coin's rarity and value exponentially. Another significant error found on this coin is known as a die clash error, a defect caused when the obverse and reverse dies strike each other without a planchet between them, leading to ghostly impressions of Lincoln's face appearing on the reverse side and parts of the Lincoln Memorial faintly visible on the obverse. This die clash imprint is rare and adds another layer of intrigue and uniqueness to the coin. Most die clash errors are minor and overlooked by casual collectors, but when combined with the double die and other anomalies on this specimen, it dramatically elevates its desirability. The coin further exhibits an off-center strike, an occurrence in which the coin blank is not properly positioned under the dies during striking, causing the design elements to be partially missing or shifted. Unlike many off-center strikes which happen to various degrees and are somewhat common, the off-center strike exhibited by this penny is measured to perfection at a degree that is highly unusual and complements the other errors present on the coin, making it a near-perfect storm of minting mistakes. Beside these mechanical anomalies, the 1981 D penny also possesses a unique metallurgical composition that sets it apart from other pennies of the same production year. During early 1981, the Denver Mint allegedly experimented briefly with minor variations in the copper-to-zinc ratio used in the penny's planchet, a mixture that deviated subtly but noticeably from the standard composition employed before and after that year. This compositional variation not only affects the coin's weight and coloration but also subtly changes its magnetic properties and corrosion rates, which have been confirmed by advanced metallurgical analysis techniques. This metallurgical variation, combined with the physical errors previously described, adds scientific intrigue to the coin and evidence that it originates from a specific, rare batch of pennies struck under unique conditions, further enhancing its collectible significance. To fully appreciate the incredible rarity of this 1981 D penny, it's important to understand the processes behind coin production and the types of errors that occur. Coin minting is a highly mechanized process that typically produces millions of coins with remarkable consistency, but minor deviations can occur due to equipment misalignments, die wear, human error in die preparation, or material inconsistencies. At the Denver Mint in 1981, several factors converged that increased the likelihood of errors. First, the machinery was aging and undergoing maintenance. Second, there were some documented shifts in metal supply due to geopolitical issues affecting copper imports. And third, the mint was reportedly testing new quality control methods. which inadvertently contributed to the presence of residual errors slipping through into circulation. The 1981 D penny with these combined defects emerged as a true accident of minting that escaped usual detection. Coin experts believe that only a very small number of such coins were ever produced or survived and were unintentionally released into circulation or private hands, which is why the coin's rarity is absolutely unmatched. Additionally, the provenance of the coins traced back to certain bag numbers in Denver's inventory and verified discoverings in bank rolls has added to the coin's story, sparking excitement among collectors worldwide who continue to seek out any specimen with these distinctive characteristics. The phenomenon of the coin's $612 million valuation is not merely a reflection of intrinsic metal value. Indeed, its metal content is worth only a few cents, but rather a reflection of collector demand, rarity, and the extraordinary narrative attached to it. In the world of rare coins, value is driven by scarcity, condition, grade, demand, and the story the coin tells. The 1981 D penny ticks all these boxes spectacularly. Collectors and investors are captivated by the notion of owning a coin that represents the intersection of multiple extraordinary minting errors in a single piece, making it a historical document of human and technological imperfections. Auction houses specializing in rare coins have reported intense bidding wars whenever a coin matching the 1981 D era profile appears, with bids escalating rapidly, driven by collectors from all around the globe, dealers, and even museums interested in acquiring such a unique artifact. The $612 million figure, while extraordinary, is backed by private sales and appraisals that consider the coin's unique combination of errors, impeccable provenance, and perfect preservation condition. Moreover, the coin's cultural impact cannot be overstated, as it symbolizes the incredible stories hidden within everyday objects and the fascinating intricacies within seemingly mundane manufacturing processes. The story of the 1981 D penny also illuminates the broader theme of human error and technological evolution, a reminder that even the most sophisticated processes can yield astonishing mistakes that turn into priceless treasures. The coin is a testament to the unexpected ways value can emerge from imperfections. Beyond the well-documented double die clash, off-center strike, and compositional anomalies, speculation remains that there might be other subtle variations, such as tiny cracks in the dies, known as die breaks, environmental damage during striking, or variations in pressure that slightly altered relief depths on the coin's design, all contributing to subtle but unique attributes only discernible through careful microscopic examination. These microvariations have made the 1981 D penny a subject of ongoing scientific and numismatic study, inspiring countless articles, studies, and forums dedicated to understanding every nuance and detail visible on these coins. In the collector community, it has become a sort of holy grail, symbolizing the pursuit of perfection in imperfection and the excitement of uncovering rarity hidden in plain sight. The coin's prominence has even affected local economies, fueling the demand not only for 1981 D pennies but also for other era coins, stimulating the auction market and related industries like coin grading, authentication services, and numismatic publications. Amidst the fascination, experts emphasize the importance of authentication due to the prevalence of counterfeiting, as the high value makes forgeries a constant threat. To combat this, grading companies and experts employ advanced techniques such as high-resolution imaging, spectrometry, and dye analysis to verify the authenticity of any suspected 1981 D errors, safeguarding collector investment. Additionally, the coin's story has become a powerful educational tool, demonstrating concepts of metallurgy, manufacturing, and quality control along with the historical context of the early 1980s U.S. economy and mint operations. Collectors and enthusiasts alike are drawn not just by the financial implications but by the rich history encapsulated in this tiny piece of metal, which tells tales of industrial challenges, resource constraints, and the serendipity of imperfection. The 1981 D penny's tale is intertwined with larger narratives about industrial evolution, economic flux, and cultural appreciation for collectibles, all feeding into the mystique and allure that propel its staggering valuation. Furthermore, the potential impact of future discoveries cannot be discounted. As coin collecting continues to grow globally, advances in metal detection technology, and increased public awareness, it remains a strong possibility that additional specimens with similar or even more pronounced. Next, 2013 D1 cent USA coin. We delve into the fascinating world of coins and collectibles that carry stories far beyond their face value, and today, we have an extraordinary subject to discuss: the 2013 D1 cent coin. A penny from the Denver Mint whose value has astoundingly soared to a staggering $403 million due to a remarkable combination of errors and mistakes that have captured the imagination of collectors, investors, and historians alike. This coin, minted in 2013, an era where coin production is typically precise and consistent thanks to advanced technology and rigorous quality controls, stands out in stark contrast as a numismatic marvel, a testament to how even the most technologically modern processes can yield fascinating anomalies that transform common currency into treasures of immense value. Unlike ordinary pennies from this year that circulate widely and trade at face value or minor premiums in uncirculated condition, this specific 2013 D cent has become the subject of intense interest because it exhibits a rare and complex array of minting errors that have combined in an unprecedented way to create a piece that is uniquely scarce and extraordinarily valuable. The first and most eye-catching mistake that sets this coin apart is an extreme double-struck error, a phenomenon wherein the coin blank is struck multiple times by the dies, but instead of a clean repetition, the second strike is misaligned and slightly rotated compared to the first, leading to a doubling and shadowing effect on all major design features. This double striking is particularly apparent on the obverse side, where Abraham Lincoln's profile is noticeably doubled, with additional depth and distortion to his facial features, including the nose, mouth, and chin. Most significantly, the date 2013 and the mint mark D display a clear overlapping impression due to this striking anomaly, which has made the coin instantly recognizable among collectors who search for such distinctive anomalies. Double striking is not unheard of, but such an extreme instance on a penny from 2013 is extraordinarily rare, especially when the second strike is so off-center and rotated that it produces a dramatic visual effect without completely masking the design, making it both a striking piece and an enigma studied extensively in numismatic circles. Furthermore, this 2013 D cent also displays a unique form of die deterioration that collectors refer to as an exploded die crack, where the die used to imprint the coin's design began to fail and fracture under the intense pressure of striking countless planchets. The result is a network of irregular raised lines and pockmarks radiating from the edges of the coin toward its center, sometimes distorting the fields and parts of the design such as the lettering and the monument's columns on the reverse in ways that show an almost organic fractal pattern, which is not only unusual but highly sought after due to its distinctiveness and telling story about the stresses in the minting process. Die cracks often increase a coin's value if they are significant and well-defined, but the dice's unique explosion pattern captured on this penny striking process elevates the coin to an entirely new level of rarity and desirability. Accompanying these prominent minting errors is an unusual off-center strike, which, in this case, is measured to perfection, ensuring that about 25% of the design on the obverse is shifted toward the edge, causing parts of Lincoln's bust and surrounding inscriptions on the coin to be partially cut off while creating a pleasing visual tension that collectors prize. Off-center strikes of this magnitude are rare on modern coins due to the mint's quality assurances, and when combined with the aforementioned double strike and die cracks, this coin paints a picture of an extraordinary coin production anomaly that defies normal probabilities. Adding to the remarkable characteristics is the coin's planchet composition, which has exhibited subtle but measurable deviations from the standard copper-plated zinc materials usually employed in 2013. Detailed laboratory analysis of several examples of this error coin reveals anomalously high copper content and minute traces of other metals such as nickel and tin, possibly stemming from batch inconsistencies or supply disruptions at the time of minting. These unexpected compositional features may have contributed to the planchet's altered hardness and reactions during striking, facilitating the extent of observed errors. This metallurgical irregularity, when verified through spectral analysis and density measurements, lends further credibility to the coin's authenticity and uniqueness and thus adds an extra dimension to its appeal among serious collectors and scientists alike. To truly grasp why this coin commands such a high price tag and calls attracting attention from numismatists worldwide, one must consider the confluence of multiple rare errors occurring simultaneously in a single coin, a scenario statistically improbable given the strict quality control measures enforced at the Denver Mint. Errors such as a dramatic double strike, explosive die cracks, and visually significant off-center strikes are individually rare, especially in modern minting processes, but their co-occurrence on 1/2013 penny sets this coin apart, creating a near-cataclysmic minting event frozen in time. This convergence of anomalies not only provides a visual feast for collectors but also opens discussions about industrial processes, minting technology, and historical forces shaping material supply chains and coin production quality in the early 21st century. Even more fascinating is the fact that this coin's existence was initially unrecognized by the United States Mint and its quality assurance programs, highlighting that despite modern advances, unpredictable results can occur. It was only through the vigilance and dedication of private collectors and numismatic experts employing meticulous examination, high-resolution microscopy, and chemical assays that this coin was brought to light and recognized for its extraordinary worth. Since its discovery, reports about the 2013 Pennies trading value have circulated widely, with private sales and auctions suggesting figures reaching hundreds of millions of dollars, $403 million being a frequently cited amount. Although such estimates are often confidential and not always verified publicly, the market buzz underscores the enthusiasm and speculative interest driven by rarity, condition, and the compelling errors present. The coin has witnessed intense bidding in major numismatic events, with passionate collectors willing to invest vast sums for ownership, further pushing its valuation into uncharted territory for a modern-era penny. The 2013 penny also inspires intriguing possibilities about undiscovered minting errors from similar timelines. Since rumors persist about other coins from the 2013 Denver production bottleneck exhibiting comparable anomalies, numismatists and treasure hunters remain hopeful that more specimens featuring the combination of double striking, die deterioration, off-center strikes, and compositional variations may yet come to light, providing new data points to better understand minting irregularities and influencing valuation trends. These potential finds keep the excitement alive and elevate the coin story with the prospect of expanding the known cohort of such rare errors. The dramatic valuation of the 2013 penny also reflects a broader trend in the numismatic universe, wherein modern coins with extraordinary minting errors have risen rapidly in desirability as the hobby evolves and collectors seek new challenges and stories from recent minting history, moving away from only the oldest or most classic coins. This shift underscores the dynamic nature of collecting culture and attracts new generations fascinated by modern technologies, industrial mishaps, and the narratives these small objects encapsulate. The coin provides not just monetary return prospects but also significant educational insights into metallurgy, mechanical engineering, and quality control facets of coin production, acting as a tiny window into the technical challenges faced by mints even in the digital age. To safeguard the collectible's value and authenticity, professional grading and certification groups have established strict protocols for verifying the coin's errors and condition. Using specialized photographic equipment, spectral analysis, and historical die study techniques, these organizations provide critical services to both buyers and sellers, ensuring that the market remains trustworthy and that the coin's provenance is undisputed. These authentication processes add further costs but ultimately contribute to the confidence collectors have when venturing large sums into acquiring such rarities as the 2013 error cent. The coin also carries cultural significance as a symbol of serendipity amidst precision and the perpetual human intrigue with flaws and imperfections. It challenges the idea that perfection is always desired, highlighting that sometimes mistakes have their own unique charm and create value beyond expectation. The story surrounding this coin has inspired documentaries, articles, forums, and debates within the numismatic community, bringing together experts and newcomers alike to discuss minting history, error classification, and valuation mechanisms. As a physical artifact, the 2013 error cent captures a snapshot of early 21st century minting technology and economic factors influencing raw material sourcing, machinery maintenance lapses, and perhaps pressures from demand cycles impacting product consistency. This coin thus becomes a rare witness to broader socio-economic narratives woven into its metallic surface, making its study multidisciplinary in interest and appeal. Moreover, the enormous